Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is all about the stoves that I use. I use 5 quite regularly, so I thought I'll do a video about them for you. I'm not sponsored in any way by any of the companies, this is, I bought them all with my own money, and this is purely for information. If you're in the market to buy a new stove, hopefully you find the video useful. Cool, see you in a bit. Okay guys, so I'm going to go through, I'm going to start with my cheapest stove that I use. It's from BCB or BCB International. They're a UK firm based out of Wales, and they do a lot of equipment for the armed forces. But I bought this stove off Amazon for £5. Okay, so I'm going to open it up and you'll see inside that it holds a windbreak that comes with the stove. Okay. And then in here I've got 3 of the Fire Dragon solid fuel capsules, okay, or tablets. All right, so these don't come with the stove when you buy it, okay. So it's £5 off Amazon, Amazon UK, okay. But I bought these separately. So a pack of 6 of these fuels, okay, will cost you £6. All right, so £11 for a stove setup. I'm quite happy with that. It's a really good stove, okay. I really enjoy using it, okay, purely for the fact that, you know, these sit in here and it's nice and compact, okay. Boom, that's it. You can put that in your side pouch, okay, or the top of your day sack, or however you want to carry it. It's nice and light, okay. So so empty then, with no fuel cartridges, okay. The stove is 115 grams. With all 3 all 3 fuel cartridges, okay, it is 205 grams. Okay, so that is nice and light. Okay, I love that sort of weight. Okay, and what I do like about it, okay, is that it's got a built-in windbreak here. Okay, as I showed before. Right, and how you do it, how you set it up. Take out your fuel. Okay, and you'll see on here it's got out. Okay, so this little lip here goes on the outer edge. All right, either side doesn't matter. Okay, it can fit either side. Okay, and all you simply do is just slide it on like so, nice and central. Okay, like that. All right, so the out lip, okay, is over the outside of the stove. All right, and then you can just adjust, okay, the angle here of these arms. All right, and basically you can put your pot straight on there. Right, one of these, okay, one of the fuel, I'll show you outside anyway, okay, one of the fuel tablets will just fit in there. So you take it out, okay, just drop it in there, light it, put your cup on top, easy as that, nice and easy. Okay, so on one fuel tablet, okay, for 500 mils, so half a litre of water in a cup takes about 6 minutes to boil, okay, to get to a rolling boil, okay, which, you know, I mean, obviously all the different conditions that will apply for the time difference there, okay. But I love it. You know, you don't have to have the windbreak on, okay. So you can have it, can change it for different. So you can get mess tins, okay, on there. Okay, you can lay them on there. Okay, different angles. You can even get lower as well. Okay, obviously without the windbreak, all right. But you can still put something like a smaller cup on there, okay. Or you can go for the full gubbins, all right. And maybe as well, okay, because no, in fact, no, you can only do the middle one, all right, because it hasn't got a base on these, okay. Because what happens is when you light these up, they turn to liquid, all right, the fuel tablets, okay, I'll show you in a minute, okay. So, but you can get one on there and quite a big pan, even a kettle on there, I reckon, okay, and that's nice and strong. It's not going to go anywhere, okay, because you can see, okay, there's little rivets here that lock in, all right, as you can even hear it. Okay, it's nice and strong. All right, I love this stove. It's brilliant. Okay, let's go outside and give it a go. Boom, simple as that. Brilliant, I love it, it's great. So as you can see, that fuel is now melting here, so it's all going to water, almost like a fluid. Okay, but it's filling that little bath, if you like, where the tablet is, and I'll just put that on top. Easy peasy, nice and clean. And I'd like to add that my mug that I'm using, that's all clean soot, if you like. It won't, you know, it won't come off. So from when I use it on my firebox. Okay, so that's not from this stove. It's a nice clean stove, this is. Nice clean burn. And you can see I'm doing it on grass as well. Okay, and it's quite windy. The wind's coming from this way, that's why I put the windshield that side. Cool, but that's it. I'm not going to wait the full 6 minutes, okay, but this is just to show you the idea. I'll show you now. So you get a rough idea of where the flame is and how it's going. There you go. When I burn the camera, no, I will. That's it. There we are. It's not even touching it yet, I haven't been on long enough, but that's what I mean. It's 6 minutes for a full boil in good conditions and one fuel. Cool. Okay folks, moving on then to my second stove, which is the MSR Pocket Rocket number 2. Really famous for wild camping and long distance hikes. Okay, so this is my cook set that I use for the MSR. Okay, it's a Tokes 750ml cup or tub. Okay, and I'll take it all out. Okay, this is an old sock that I've just cut in half. Okay, and that's the actual stove. Okay, really, I mean, look at that, it fits in the palm of my hand. It's mega, it's really, really good. Okay, and in here I've got my lighter, because you do need a lighter with this stove. Okay, my gas can, half my sock. Okay, then in the bottom I've got the pot stand. No matter what, other than my solid fuel lighter that I've just shown you, okay, all my gas stoves, regardless of how big or how small, I always have these with me, these pot supports, okay, because there's nothing worse than your stove tipping over when it's on, when it's going and setting fire to everything. Okay, so pot support, and then in here I have a little J-cloth, okay, just to stop the bottom of this pot going rusty. Okay, I just wipe it out, okay, and dry it out when it's done. Takes seconds to dry because this is really light titanium pot, okay, from Tokes. Okay, so put that to the side, put the gas to the side, okay, put everything out of the way. Right, let's talk about the stove itself then. Okay, so the MSR Pocket Rocket number 2, okay, weighs, let me just look at my paperwork, 74 grams. Okay, that is 74 grams on its own, all right, and it cost me off Amazon, okay, UK Amazon online, £36. Okay, so that's the next one up, all right, on the price scale. Okay, and basically it's so light, it's mega, all right. Okay, so all you do, open these arms out, like so, dead simple. Open out the regulator, okay, and you can see there, all right, that there's like a little bit of a windbreak, all right, because the flame, it really is a rocket, it comes straight out, okay, it really is a fierce flame on these. Okay, I'm sure you've seen it all before on other YouTube videos. Okay, but what I like about this on the regulator, okay, it's got a plus and minus on the actual dial itself. Okay, so I always have it all the way round to the minus, okay, because that way then when you attach the gas onto it, you don't get that of gas, okay, and you know, you don't get a quick blast of gas when you make that seal, okay. And then also as well, it means you have to really crank it on, and it's just a safety feature as well, I think. You have to really crank it on, okay, to get the gas going, all right, but when it's going, blimey, you'll know. I'll show you outside anyway, okay. So this is my, well, what I would say, I would use this myself for if I'm going on long distance walks, okay, you know, multi-day trips, because it is just so light and so simple to use. So basically, I'll have that on my gas. Pop that on there like so. Mega, dead simple. Okay, got some stats for you then. Okay, the boil time for 1 litre of water is 4 minutes. Okay, that's how quick these things are. Really, really good. Okay, it's got good simmer control. All right, really good simmer control. Okay. The only downside, a little bit, if it is a downside, there's no built-in ignition. Okay, there's no built-in lighter. Okay, like some of the other models I'm going to show you. Okay, so you do have to take your own little, I'll just take a little mini Bic lighter. I mean, if you follow enough hiking videos and stuff and channels, then you'll see this setup all over the place. Okay, but I find it really, really does work. I did try the BRS stove, but I just felt well, for a start, when I put the gas can on, it leaked and there's flames going out all over the place. It just felt cheap, if I'm honest, and it doesn't feel safe when I put you put like 500 ml of water on, and I don't know, it felt like it was going to collapse on me, and it was just dodgy. I didn't like it. So, you know, I forked out £36 and bought the MSR Pocket Rocket number 2. Much better, a lot more firmer, a lot more stronger, better made. Then all you simply do is just reverse the process when you're going to pack it away. Okay, the regulator in, fold the legs down, nice and simple, in, boom, done. Top tip, make sure it's cool. Okay, make sure it's cooled down. All right, before you do that. Okay, actually you'll end up burning your digits. Okay, I know it's common sense, but you know. You know what I'm like with my lessons learned from my other video at Norfolk. Okay, so that's something I learned. Oh, you bugger, you know, that can be quite hot. Okay, but that is exactly, I mean, look at that, it's mega, you know, perfect. It all fits in 750ml Tokes can. You don't have to use a Tokes one. There's other titanium ones out in the market, but that is my cook set for through hikes right there, and long distance hikes and multi-day trips. Works brilliant. What I would say is, talking about windshields, I would put a windshield with it if you have one. Okay, I sometimes use my rucksack just to block out the wind. All right, it just delays the boil time, it just slows it down a little bit, and you use a little bit more gas. But yeah, brilliant, cool. Let's take it outside and I'll show you the setup. guys, so then moving on then to stove number 3. Okay, it's my SOTO Windmaster. Comes in a groovy little bag. Okay, it's going up in price a little bit. Okay, so on Amazon I bought it for £44, and the weight just with the stove alone on its own is 87 grams. All right, and the boil time for 500ml is about 2.5 to 3 minutes. Okay, so that's pretty impressive. Okay then, so looking at the stove then, it's obviously got the 4 arms, that's why I brought it, okay, because it's a lot more stable with 4, okay, because I actually use my Crusader mug, that's part of my kit that I have, okay, plonk that on there, a lot more, that's obviously a lot more heavier mug, okay, than my titanium stuff, so that's why I brought it for more support, okay, really good setup. Alright, so it's got a regulator arm, and it's got its own igniter. Okay, so I'll try that now in front of you. You might see the spark, I don't know if you will, but this has never let me down. Okay, it's designed as the name says to be working in the wind. Okay, I had this setup out with D&Co Outdoors when I was in the Peak District in one of the storms that hit the UK a couple of months back. Yeah, brilliant. Never failed me. And it took about 3.5 minutes, okay, to basically get 500 millilitres, so half a litre of water boiled in about 3.5–4 minutes in heavy storms and heavy wind. Okay, so yeah, I love how these just fold out and they're there, boom, done, ready to rock and roll. Gas on, regulator on, fire up. I'll show you outside anyway, just like before. Okay, on the other stoves. Okay. Yeah, very easy to control. All right, with a simmer there. Okay, very nice. With these though, because I normally take this out in bad weather, or if I'm expecting high winds. Okay, I just crank it on full anyway. You know, and it does the job. So yeah, really good stove. Okay then, so some stats then. It's very stable, but it is quite bulky. You know, it doesn't go any smaller than that. You can buy a connection for it with 3 arms, okay, but I deliberately bought it with 4 purely to support this pot, okay. This won't fit in my Tokes mug, all right. So what I often do in a setup like this, I have this in my bag, okay, because in here I've got my gas support, as always, my gas can, a spare lighter just in case. I've never had to use it, but you never know. Okay, and then obviously the old J cloth to wipe out, all right, and keep it clean. Okay, so that's what I keep in there. So it just depends. Okay, and then I'll put this probably in the top of my bag, or you know, somewhere safe, okay, where it's not going to get crushed. Okay, and that'll be my setup. That's how I use this. Okay, this particular stove. But yeah, it's really good. This is just a thin nylon bag, all right, so it's not very protective. Okay, so that's why I'll try and keep it nice and safe in the top of my bag somewhere. Okay, in one of my top flaps somewhere like that. Okay, wicked, really good stove. Yeah, cool, happy days. Okay guys, then moving on to my fourth stove, and in my, well, that I use, the Jetboil Flash. Okay, this I've had versions of these. I think this is the fourth version. It says V40 on there, so I imagine that's what that means. Okay, so this is the fourth version of the Jetboil Flash. It is a beast, but it is absolutely brilliant. You know, you get what you pay for. So let's talk some stats then. I've got this off Amazon for £106. Okay, so in here I have got the gas with it. Okay, but obviously when you buy it, again in a sock, the reason why I put it in a sock is to stop any rust going on the inside of the pot. Okay, and also it stops it rattling around. All right, there's nothing worse than metal on metal. Okay, so without the gas then, £106 on Amazon. Okay, and also the weight without the gas, all right, is 402 grams. Okay, so 402 grams. So for your money then, what you get, okay, you get the main burner, okay, with the regulator built in, and also this has also got its own lighter as well. Okay, that there. Okay, so it's a really good one. All right. Sometimes these do fail though. I have had these in the past, okay, and the lighter does fail. Okay, so I always carry a spare mini lighter with me anyway. But again, on the regulator, okay, you can see there's a plus and minus. Okay, so it's really good to make sure it's all the way over to the minus. All right, so it's really fully turned off. So when you do attach it to gas, same again, you don't get that little jet of gas come out. Okay, but that's the burner. This has been improved over the years. Okay. It's really good. Okay, so you get the main cooker itself, all right, and of course you get the pot support for the gas, and then on the bottom here, okay, you have a bowl. Now this is like it looks like it could be an American version, all right, because the measurements are in cups. Okay, but I know that 1 cup, okay, is is 250 mils. Okay, 250 milliliters. Okay, so 2 of those, all right, will make half a litre. All right, so there's measurements here as well, okay, in this bowl. All right, so it says it's a measuring bowl, okay, but also as well, it's, you know, you can eat out of it if you need to. Okay, I never have, but that's what they say, and I've seen people do it. Okay, so then you've got the base of the pot. All right, now this again has been improved over the years. Okay, it's a lot more sturdy, it's a lot more windproof as well, because they call it a flux ring. Okay, all this around here, okay, it just improves the burn, and it just makes it a rapid cooker. So talking about speed then, this will a boil time, okay, for 500ml, half a litre is 2.5 minutes. Okay, 2.5 minutes. So you can see on the inside, just in here, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but just on that side there, it will say maximum fill. Okay, so if you want to put, I wouldn't put anything more than probably about 800ml in, okay, because obviously when this boils it will overspill, okay, and there's a risk of burning you, okay, and also losing water. So, but normally if I'm cooking a meal, like a boil in a bag, like a wet meal, okay, like the boil in a bag type, I'd half fill it, okay, and then the rest of the meal will fill up the rest of the pot volume, okay, without it overspilling. Or what you can do just to make sure you're safe, okay, is put the meal in first and then fill it with water, okay. All right, but these are brilliant. I've had them for years, okay, all the different versions. All right, so you see a little plastic window there, okay, and that is basically a, what do they call it? It's insulating cozy, okay, with a colour change indicator. All right, so this is another modification what they've done, and it's really good. Because the old style you used to basically boil it until it was bubbling over, okay, that way you know it was done. But now this will go bright yellow, okay, and you'll see it gradually go up as it gets hotter and hotter. And when all this is bright yellow, that's when it's done, so you can just turn it down without it overspilling. Really good feature. Also as well, you've got a handle that you can use, okay, and that's quite firm, okay, that's good. All right, so let's put it together. So here on the base, you'll see there's like a groove here, and a groove on this side here, and that interlinks on the pot, so on the cooker itself, okay, with these little nodules here, one there and then one on this side. And all we simply do is basically line them up, dead simple, and twist, and that's that, that's on. That's not coming off, okay, until you twist it off and in. Dead simple. Line them up, twist on. That's brilliant, okay. Right, then all we do is take off the gas cap. I just love this. It's a brilliant stove, okay. Making sure that's all the way over. Yeah, happy with that. Making it safe. All right, and then we just screw this on. There you go. Oh, a little bit of gas come out, but nothing mega. Okay. Connect the pot support. Boom. On. Nice and stable. Okay, that's not going anywhere. Okay. Fill it up with water halfway. All right. Put your lid on. Turn the gas on. Hit the lighter. Winner. Job done. I'll show you that outside. Okay, and I'll show you what I mean by the display, the heating up window there as well. Okay, when that heats up. Right. It's such an easy device. It's brilliant. It's a brilliant stove. And it's never let me down. Okay, the only things that have let me down in the past, okay, is just the ignition. It can fail at times, okay, but they have improved that as well. I'll show you that now. Dead simple. See how easy that was, just taking that off. Okay, so you can see the lighter there. Okay, okay, little spark there. Okay, that'll fire that up. All right, I'm not going to turn it on because obviously I'm indoors. All right, so. Now I've got that off, what you can also purchase, okay, is a pot support. All right, so if you don't want to use the main container, okay, what you can use is this pot support, and all it is basically is you open these 4 wings out, okay, and then you've got these on the end of the wings. You've got these grooves here, okay, that basically fit on the outside rim of the main stove. Just clicks on like that, okay, nice and sturdy. All right, that's not moved anywhere. Okay, and what you can do now, right, you can use the stove just as it is, okay, and then you can just put a frying pan on top, okay, or a skillet, okay. So you know, you buy these separate though. I think they're about £16 separately, but you can just lift it off. Job done. Once you're done, okay. £16. That's what I saw on Amazon a couple of weeks ago. All right, really worth it. Okay, it's just so versatile. It's a brilliant cooker. So what I would say though, if you are using the pan, all right, is make sure, okay, you simmer, all right, because you don't want to burn whatever, because these heat up very, very quickly, and you don't want to burn whatever's like, say like bacon. It will heat it up very, very fast. Okay, so you've got to be careful you don't burn your food, okay, if you're using it like that. But, and then the best of it is, this is brilliant. That's why I love this system. Okay, so you finish with everything. Okay, you put the cup back on the bottom. Okay, you undo the gas. Oh, okay, flip that over. Put this away. Done. Put the cap back on here. My little sock over my gas can, because these do, especially in the cold, these do get quite wet. Okay, put this in. Put this pot support in first. Gas can in upside down. Pop that in. Okay, then the stove to protect this, the lighter. Okay, pop that in upside down, and then the best bit is, okay, this also fits in. All right, on top, like so. Lid on. Boom, and you're away. Okay, so that's that. That is the Jetboil Flash. You've probably seen them before. There's tons of videos on YouTube about them. Okay, but this is a soldier's favourite. Lots of my colleagues have used these, okay, over the years, and because they're just brilliant. The only downside is they are quite heavy at you know, 402 grams, you know, and the pot support itself is another 36 grams. Okay, but it's really well made stuff. All right, I love Jetboil stuff. Okay, really good bits of kit. But if you want an efficient, bomb-proof, robust stove, I fully recommend these. Really good bit of kit. You know, obviously you've got the dent of £106, okay, at the moment. All right, some of them are a bit more expensive than that, okay, depending on what, because they don't just come in camo, they come in black as well, and all different colours. Okay, so really do shop around for these. Okay, so I'm just looking at my stats now then, okay, just to make sure I've covered everything. Okay, so £106 on Amazon. Okay, boil time of 500ml, half a litre is about 2.5 minutes. Okay, but it holds 1 litre of water. Okay, there's a colour change indicator. Okay, as it heats up. All right, and the insulating cozy as well. All right, so it'll keep the water warm in there as well. Okay, and also very good for a hand warmer. All right, okay, if it's freezing. Okay, a built-in ignition. Okay, as we've seen, bottom cover is a measuring cup. Okay, or a bowl. Okay, as I said before. Okay, and it's 402 grams. All right, so just shy, 100 grams less than half a kilo. So you know, it's not the lightest. Okay, but it is. You know, these are brilliant. It's so versatile, especially with the pot support, you know, the pan support as well. Really good bit of kit. Cool, let's go outside and test it. So I'm just filling it 500ml roughly, or up to the maximum fill line. Then, because it's half full now roughly, okay, if I had a boil in the bag meal, I'd put that in now, and then that'd bring the water up, okay, because obviously it'd fill the volume up. Okay, so put the lid on, turn the gas on. There you are. Now I'll turn it around, so that is looking now, so you'll see that window, and that should go bright yellow when it's full, fully heated. Turn the gas on fully. That's it on full now. Go. See the colour? See, that's now almost full. There we go. That is warm. There we go. That was a full rolling boil.
I don't even know how long that was. It was like, that's 500 mil. Obviously, I'm doing this in my back garden, but you can see how quickly and how that colour changes. So it's really, really useful. Okay, really useful. Cool.
Okay guys, so we now come to my 5th stove that I use, and that's the Jetboil Stash. Okay, on Amazon I bought it for £110, right, on Amazon UK, and it weighs in at 239 grams. Okay, that's just the pot and the stove itself. Okay, so I'll open it up now. So it's got a lovely handle that just locks into place. It's great. Okay, that's not moving, and it's also it's got like a heat protector on it as well. Okay, it's like a silicone handle grip. Okay, really good. All right, this is a really well-made stove. Okay, so I bought the gas myself. You don't get the gas with it. Okay, and also that's I put my own lighter in there. Okay, so all you're going to simply get is, I'll show you. So that's clips on there. I'll show you that in a minute. Okay. All you're going to get for your money, okay, is the pot itself, the lid, okay, and the actual stove, all right, and this groovy little bag, all right. This is really good because it even reminds me which way to put the actual stove when it's collapsed down, all right, in the bag, okay, so for easy stowage. And as standard, you get your pot support, okay. So that is essentially what you're getting, okay, for your £110, all right. But this is a really good stove. It's meant to be their ultralight ultralight stove. So this is a titanium pot, okay, and it's got just like the Flash. It's got the flux ring cooker system as well, okay, like wind deflector, okay, and this is a really effective, and it heats up very, very quickly. And also as well, it's got instructions on how to pack it, okay, with the gas, all right. So that's really a nice touch by Jetboil. And it says as well, do not heat when empty, all right, okay, so you can't just like preheat it or anything like that, because it'll damage the bottom of the pan, all right, because this does really get very, very warm very quickly. So let's get into the gubbins of the stove then. So you open it up, and then it looks like this. So you've got a regulator, okay, and the same again, okay, like on most now, all right, you've got the plus and minus. Okay, I always have mine set to the minus, okay, I've mentioned it before, all right, just for a safety feature, and also it stops you getting a blast of gas, okay, when you make that seal, okay. It's a screw thread onto the can, all right, so, and all we do is literally one finger, that way, and just follow it around, okay, that's it, that's what you're getting, okay, that's your stove, that's it, that's your three arms, all right, okay, there's no igniter on this one, okay, which might be a deal breaker for some people. All right, that's why you have to bring in your own mini Bic lighter, okay, which sits on top of your gas can. Okay, I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, but yeah, that is it. A simple design. Okay, and then when you want to put it away, you just simply swing them round, put the regulator back under. He says, hey. Like so, that's it, put it back in the bag. Make sure this is definitely cool though, okay, this does cool down quite quickly, all right. Put it back in the bag that way around. Pull it to, okay, put your gas support in there, and then, okay, it even shows you of how to lay it out on the bag, okay, in the pan, okay. So this needs to be sitting flush against the wall, like so, as best you can, because it is a little bit of a fiddle with the gas can on, right, because the gas can will fit in there, and then it will seal around with the lid, okay. So how are we going to do that then? All right, what they've done, they've left enough recess here, okay, in the lid for your lighter to sit, along with the gas can that gets clipped in. Okay, so you can see there's little nodules here, okay, that the gas can clicks into. There we go, that's it, that's nice and secure with your lighter in the top. Okay, it's really well thought out. Then all we do, slide it on, press it all down, it says, Like I say, it's a little bit of a fiddle, but once it's there, that's it, there we go. And then all we do is simply squeeze the handles here, okay, at the base, fold it over, boom, and you're good to go. That is it, all right. That's a nice, it's a wicked system. It's a really good, reliable system. This has never let me down, okay. So then, look at it from stats then. Boil time, okay, just like the Flash, okay, this pot holds 800 mils, okay. I never fill it up that high, okay. I normally just do it for about 500 mils. Okay, so half a litre in there, and that's about 2.5 minutes, okay? Depending on the conditions, of course, but this is such an effective stove. All right, okay, so what we'll do then, we'll set it up as if I was going to use it then. Like so. Put my little cover off. Right, so you'll notice I always keep these gas, the connector covers on, all right, because you don't want dirt and grime getting in that thread, okay, because it could damage the can and also damage your cooker, all right. That's on any screw cans. I always leave my caps on, definitely. Okay, so do that. Open it out. This is so robust. It's really good. It's really good. Making sure that's all the way down to the negative. All the way down to the negative, like so. Then nice screw on. There we go, that's the seal. That's it, it's on. Now, a really well designed system, okay. Got support on, like so. Okay, these, so you'll see here that these arms have like ridges on them. Okay, now it's a really good design by Jetboil, okay, that these sit and lock in to the flux ring on the bottom, like so. Okay, so that is, so it's a lot more stable than rather than just resting on. Okay, I've noticed that it doesn't. It's not as easy to knock off. Okay, especially when it's full. All right, it's a bit loose now because there's not much water. Well, there's no water in it. But when this is heavy and it's weighted down, that locks in. Okay, it's a really. I'll show you when we do it outside. But that is a really good system of locking in. Okay. Then, so you put your water in, put your lid on. Top tip with this. Okay. All right. If you want to pour the water into a dry bag, sorry, a dehydrated meal, okay, have that spout, okay, on the outer side, all right, okay, so you can just pour it in. It does work. I've used it myself. Or if you got a cup and you want to put the hot water into your mug, just like that. It's brilliant. It's just like a kettle, okay. But yeah, I've never burnt my hands on this either. Okay, this being titanium, it does cool down quite quickly as well. All right, so something to be aware of. Okay. In, done. All right, there you go. But you can see now like how that's really nice and secure. Okay, I like that. I like that touch. Cool. So just covering all the stats. Okay, yeah, happy day. So just to run through them again. Okay, so £110 on Amazon. Okay, that's just for the stove, less the gas and the lighter. 239 grams. Okay, without the gas. Okay, 800 ml of water, that's what this holds entirely, okay, but I never use it that full. It's a titanium cup, okay, this here, all right, the pot itself, and it locks onto the stove arms, all right, you'll see that, okay, when we go outside. And the boil time for 500 ml is 2.5 minutes, okay, that's nice and rapid, all right, I like that. I just like Jetboil products as well because they've never let me down over the years that I've had them, so, and they just keep improving, so it's great. Cool, let's go outside.
See how secure that is now. Okay, it's nice. You can hear it locking in. Brilliant. That's it. Brilliant, really good system. See how solid that is.
Hi guys, that's it then for this video. Hopefully you found it useful and enjoyed it. So write in the comments, chat to me in the comments about my stoves if you want to know any more information, and I'll find out for you and I'll let you know. But other than that, yeah, happy days. Cool. Hope you've enjoyed it, and take care and stay safe.